Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about a little topic, an upcoming vehicle, the 2024 Toyota Tundra. There is a chance we do see some minor adjustments to this truck after 2 years of the new generation. Today I want to go over a list of some of the things that I think some of us want to see, especially me, and some things I think they should leave alone. Now, obviously, I want to see everybody go down in the comments below. If I forgot anything, or if you have a different idea of what you would like to see, minor changes, I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. Make sure you leave a comment on some of the stuff you like and dislike about the current generation Toyota Tundra. Now, also, before we get started with this video and go over the list, I'm not going to mention things like V8. I know a lot of you out there wish there was a V8 option on the Tundra. I don't think we're ever going to see a V8 in the Tundra again, and I don't think that's Toyota's fault. I think that's more federal regulations, and you're going to start seeing a lot of V8s fall off the market. This is just the way it is now. So I won't be mentioning V8, and another thing I won't be mentioning is pricing. We would all like to see lower prices on all of these trucks, but I don't think that's going to come for 2024. And the one thing we could hope for going forward is that pricing returns to normal, where MSRP is the maxual pay, maybe, no more dealer markups, and incentives start to come back again as we roll on. So those things I won't be mentioning, but of course, if you want to talk about that in the comments below, please do so. Today, we're going to talk about small little things I think the Tundra could use. Before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you are a long-time subscriber of the channel and you would like to join the channel, that is now an option to be a member, and that is down in the description. You could click that link. But let's get to some of the things we would like to see for the 2024 Toyota Tundra. All right, I got a list in front of me. I've been coming up with this list over the last few months, just thinking about going from the TRD Pro that I had for 2022 and then trading out into this 2023 double cab SR5 TRD off-road. Some of the things I liked and disliked coming from that last generation Tundra. But I will say this list was hard to make because I really do like this truck. And at the end of this list of wants, I will tell you some of the things I like and hope they don't change. Number one is an easy one: tow hooks. Whether you use them or not, they should be on every pickup truck. That is something Toyota needs to bring back to the Tundra. I'm shocked they ever took them off the Tundra, because again, have you ever seen a pickup truck without tow hooks? I sure haven't, and I'd like to see that come back into the fold for the truck. For 2024, I wouldn't expect to see major stuff change, but that is something people have been talking about since the beginning of the new generation. And just being a channel owner, Tundra-related channel, I've heard about that from day one. It's the #1 complaint, other than the V8 not being here anymore, but the #1 complaint is those tow hooks. So I would like to see Toyota bring back the tow hooks on that. The other thing I have to say here is it has to do with the SR. Now, if you don't know Tundra, the SR is the beginning of the trim levels. It's a work fleet truck. A lot of people buy those trucks for maybe construction, landscaping, to do a job. There's not a lot of options in it. It pretty much comes one way. It has a tow package on it. It's meant for work. Two things I would like to see changed with that SR. Number one, it has a detuned I-Force engine, okay? So there's the I-Force and the I-Force Max, but for the SR, it's the I-Force slightly detuned. Bring that thing up to the regular I-Force, okay? Because the point of the SR is going to be for work. So you want people to be able to tow as much as humanly possible, haul as much as humanly possible, load their truck up nicely. So just give them the regular I-Force engine. I think we need to get to that point with that truck. I-Force Max is available starting in the Limited. So you're not going to see that down in the SR, but at least just get it to the point where, you know, it's the same I-Force engine as the SR5. The other thing, and this I've been talking about for a while, and it kind of blows my mind, they need to add the option in the SR that gives you the Crew Max cab with the 6.5-foot bed. Right now, you could get the double cab or the Crew Max with the 5.5-foot bed down in SR. All right, you could also get the long bed, 8-foot bed in SR. But for some reason, they don't allow you to get the Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed. Now, thinking about what we just talked about, work fleet truck, construction potential truck, landscaping job, you want to load your vehicle up with all your workers and still have that bed space to haul all your gear, along with towing. So Toyota should definitely add that Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed option to the SR. Next one, more standard features in the lower trims. And I'm bringing up two in particular on this one. Number one, the LED bed lights and the outlet. All right, that should be standard, I believe, on all Tundras, especially the lower trim. Toyota should always focus on the lower trims because that is what most people buy. SR5 TRD Off-Road is an extremely high volume Tundra. So all of those options that help you do the job should be offered on those lower trims. LED bed lights and an outlet help get the job done when you're using the truck for work means. And I think that should be available in all Tundras, regardless of trim, even SR. Things like this should always be available, the work-related stuff. That's some stuff that should be available in all trims of Tundra, especially down low. More standard features down low for the stuff like that. I'm not talking about the big screen and luxury stuff. I'm talking about work-related things. Have them standard on the lower trims for sure. We've talked about this a few times. I'm kind of going off what you guys are talking about here. I think at this point, Toyota needs an ordering system for the Tundra. The big three, you could go sit in the dealership, sit with a salesman, build the truck exactly as you want. In 6 to 8 weeks, the truck comes in, it's yours exactly the way you want. Toyota has never had an ordering system. Your best case scenario with Toyota is a dealership will have an allocation coming in, say of a limited trim, and they're allowed to make slight adjustments to the truck to build it slightly the way you want, but it's not your A and B, sit down and get it exactly as you want. I think an ordering system for the Tundra would help a lot with sales. And sales are pretty good compared to, you know, Toyota Tundra sales, not other big three sales. But I think this would help it along the way if people could get exactly what they want. The chip shortage hurt the Tundra when the new generation came out. COVID slowed down, you know, a lot of production over the last few years. But getting back to normal now, ordering system, I think people would love it. I really want to hear what you guys think about that one in the comments below. Locking rear diff should be available in all trims of Tundra, regardless of packaging. Right now, if you want the locking rear diff, you have to get the TRD Off-Road package or the TRD Pro. That's the only way you get it. Regular SR5, regular trims, TRD Sport can't get it. You want that locking rear diff, got to be TRD Off-Road or the TRD Pro. Make that available in all Tundras. Again, it's the functional little things we'd like to see available regardless of, you know, what you get on the truck. That's something that is available in the big three and should be available on everything with the Tundra. Just my opinion there. Last but not least, on small little things, and this one always made me laugh, and I've been talking about this for a long time. When you get the TRD Off-Road package, they should make the rear bumper and the grille surround body color. If you get the regular SR5, it's a body color surround around the grille and the bumper is black. If you go TRD Off-Road, it makes it chrome for some reason. I feel like that's backwards. And if you look at the older generation Tundra, the chrome lip was pretty much there on everything. So I like the idea they went to the body color grille surround and the black rear bumper, but I wish they would do that when you add the TRD Off-Road package, because I think that fits more of the off-road look. That's just a small me thing. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. So that are some of the things I'd like to see for 2024. They're minor stuff, nothing too crazy, but I would like to hear what you guys would like to see in 2024 that makes sense. I don't even think this is going to be like a mid-cycle refresh. I think if anything, you're going to see small little options here or there, because it's only the third model year of the new generation Tundra. So wholesale changes don't make sense. So it's small little things we would like to see. Here's the stuff I like about the truck that I hope they don't mess with, even going forward. Number one, the drivability of the truck is top notch. I've had the pleasure of driving many new generation Tundras, owning an iForce Max TRD Pro, and now having the regular iForce SR5. They each drove a little bit different, but they were all a great driving experience. Going from the Pro with the iForce Max to this SR5 with the iForce, I was worried about the suspension change. I was worried about how the engine felt as far as power, but it's a great experience. Actually, to be honest with you, I actually enjoy the regular iForce more than the iForce Max. And a lot of people won't believe that, but that's the case. iForce Max was a beast of an engine. Felt like a supercharged Tundra, fun to drive. But on an everyday driving experience, in and out of traffic, the iForce is a very smooth engine, and I enjoy it very much. I turn off the auto stop start so it doesn't shut the engine off. When you're in the iForce Max, it constantly goes battery to engine, battery to engine. So to each their own, the iForce Max is a great time and a great engine and a great experience. But for every day, I have no problem with this regular iForce. So regardless of what engine choice you get and what suspension you have on the truck is extremely comfortable. They're all very drivable. So I hope they don't change anything about that. They've taken their time and they engineered a great driving truck here. Steering is great, handling is great, body sway is very limited, the braking is the best it's ever been, and the engine response, top notch. So I want to keep that. The available options in the SR5 is absolutely awesome. Toyota should always be focusing on the SR5 because it's what the bulk of their buyers buy. The potential customers go and look at the SR5. Think of price nowadays. You could get the SR5 in the high 40s, low 50s without markup. All right, that's a start. So everything has got really expensive. So I like the fact that you can now get, and this is a perfect example of what we're sitting in right now. I'm in a double cab SR5 TRD off-road, but I have the 14-inch screen, premium audio package. I have soft text, heated seats, heated steering wheel. There's a lot of options in this truck. Back in the day, you couldn't really do that with all these options. If you go on to Toyota.com, build and price tool, you can really bring this truck to where you want it to be and get some things you want and some things you don't. They've gotten a lot better with allowing you to do individual items versus getting a package if you want one thing. So the SR5 has been fantastic, and I love the fact that you can build it the way you want. You could max it out like this one, or you can piecemeal it kind of the way you want. For instance, if you want the smaller 8-inch screen, you can get the 8-inch screen and it'll still give you Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa capability. It's not just when you go to the 14-inch screen, you get everything, and the 8-inch screen, you get nothing. It's not like that. The 8-inch screen is the same size as it was in last generation Tundra. So if you're coming from that and you don't care about the big screen, there is a way. Soft text or fabric. And that actually has nothing to do with the screens. A lot of times when you see an upgrade, you have to upgrade everything. Well, you can get the soft text seats and still get the 8-inch screen. So I love the fact that in the SR5, they allow you to do a lot. And again, Toyota should always focus on and keep the folks happy that drive the SR5, because that is the bulk of their business right there when it comes to the Toyota Tundra. I also love that the TRD Pro Tundra is different from the other Tundras. And what I mean by that, if you look at the Raptor, and the Raptor you can't compare, I'm just using this as a small example. The Raptor is a different animal from the regular F-150, right? So the TRD Pro is kind of like that Diet Coke version of that. The TRD Pro has a different track, bigger fender flares, different offset, fatter tire, has the Heritage grille, a unique interior. It's a unique truck from the other Tundras out there. It has the marker lights because it's a little bit wider, and I love the fact that they did that. Don't change that. Keep the TRD Pro special, and that's how you do it. The old TRD Pro, it was pretty much shocks, different wheels, Heritage grille. This one actually has some true differences to it. So keep the TRD Pro different from the rest. That is the heritage of TRD and Toyota racing. I love the fact that it's different. I had the pleasure of owning one. It was just too expensive for me to own. I'm an SR5 level guy. This is where I need to just live. And thankfully I get to press or use the press fleet and test these trucks, you know, for a week at a time, and then we'll get in the TRD Pro. But working class guy like me, SR5 is where I have to remain. Let's see what else we got here. I love that the TRD off-road package now has functional options versus, hey, we put some Bilstein shocks on there and a wheel and tire package. Now you get things like multi-terrain select, crawl control, the locking rear diff. You now get a TRD grille, red engine start button, sport pedals, shifter. So it gives you some of that cosmetic stuff as well, but now multi-terrain select, crawl control, locking rear diff, it gives you some mechanical things as well, and I think that's awesome. So that now makes the TRD off-road package even more desirable than before with those functional items. And as we talked about in things I'd like to see in 2024, locking rear diff is only available on the TRD Off-Road and the TRD Pro. So mechanical stuff is a good idea. And that's pretty much my list. That's all I got. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Add or subtract, pro and con, do whatever you got to do. And as we start to get closer to see when this 2024 Tundra does actually come out, and we could get some true things that may or may not be changing, we don't have any idea yet what's coming. This is just a guessing game, but just things we'd like to see. So I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say down in the comments below. Once again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope you will hit that subscribe button and check out all the playlists, you know, where we categorize everything. Dealership walks are my most popular videos and the most fun to learn about small little things about the Toyota Tundra. But until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe, be well. Thank you for watching.